Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and now welcome to the vocabulary lesson 145, the fourth part here. And so we are still going to be talking about the REM cycle and the circadian rhythm. So now we're going to go off with the REM sleep here. So now over here, I'm gonna explain to you about one of those different parts here. This here, this here, this here, and this here. Okay? So here we go. Oh, alright. So the blue part here, that's stage 4, REM. The blue part, it says, eyes move rapidly, brain is very active, dreaming occurs, body goes into paralysis. Okay? And then, over here, the green part here. Stage 1 and non-REM. Light asleep. Body starts to relax. Brain activity slows down. Eye movement slows down. That's what it is. And so, that purple part right here. Stage 2, non-REM. Body relaxes deeper. Eye movement stops. Body temperature drops. Breathing and heart rate slows down. That's the one. So over here, this gray part right here, stage 3, non-REM. Deepest sleep period. Breathing is at its slowest. Brain experiences delta waves. Body goes into healing and repair mode. That's it. That's the whole thing right here. See all those colored arrows that's going around it? That's the one. Okay? So now, this is a picture right here. So, over here, stage 1, right here. Stage 1 is drowsy, first 5 to 10 minutes. And then this is stage 2. Stage 2 here, light sleep. Light sleep, last 20 minutes. And then over here, stage 3. And then stage 3 is moderate sleep, last 10 to 20 minutes. And then stage 4, deep sleep, last 30 minutes. And then stage 5, REM, rapid eye movement. So here it is. So those are all the 5 different parts of it, of this man sleeping in his own bed. Okay? And then, this is the last one here. So now, this is a picture of a woman sleeping in her own bed. So now, those are all different parts of it here. The title here is called Sleep Cycle here. So now, stage 1 here. Drowsy, first 5 to 10 minutes. And number 2 is stage light sleep, last 20 minutes. And then 3, stage moderate sleep. And stage 4, deep sleep, last 30 minutes. And then stage 5, REM, rapid eye movement. So those are all the 5 stage parts around it here, okay? So now, this one done. And then we're going to go up to circadian rhythm. And over here, I don't think this is not important here. See? That just talks about the other resources, the whole list of the resources here. This one I has a whole list of something here, which is the second one. All right, over here, see the clock? That's like a clock sign that it shows you like around the world here. So here it is. It says traveling across time zones disrupts your circadian rhythms. Credit and iStock. And then also all right, here it is right here. So, how do researchers study circadian rhythms? Scientists learn about circadian rhythms by studying humans and by using organisms with similar biological clock gens, Genes, such as fruit flies and mice. Researchers doing these experiments control the subject's environment by altering light and dark periods. Then they look for changes in gene activity or other molecular signals. Scientists also study organisms with irregular circadian rhythms to identify which genetic components of biological clocks may be broken. Understanding what makes the biological clocks tick may lead to treatments for jet lag, sleep disorders, obesity, mental health disorders, and other health problems. It can also improve ways for people to adjust to nighttime shift work. Learning more about the genes, Genes, responsible for circadian rhythms, will also help us understand more about the human body. Okay. Confuse our biological clocks. I don't know what's confusing the biological clocks, but okay, whatever. But these changes can cause sleep disorders and may lead to other chronic health conditions such as obesity, diabetes, depression, bipolar disorder, and seasonal affective disorder. How are circadian rhythms related to jet lag? When you pass through different time zones, your biological clock will be different from the local time. For example, if you fly east from California to New York, you lose 3 hours when you wake up at 7 o'clock a.m. on the East Coast. Your biological clock is still running on West Coast time, so you feel the way you might at 4 o'clock a.m. Your biological clock will reset, but it will do so at a different rate. It often takes a few days for your biological clock to align with a new time zone. Adjusting after gaining time may be slightly easier than after losing time because the brain adjusts differently in the two situations. What factors can change circadian rhythms? Changes in our body and environmental factors can cause our circadian rhythms and the natural light-dark cycle to be out of sync, SYNC. For example, mutations or changes in certain genes. Hold up for a second. Let me get the this announcer on my phone here. Sync, mean.
Sync.
Sync, yeah. Sync, yeah. SYNC, sync. I guess that's how you pronounce it in a way. All right, here we go. So mutations or changes in certain genes.
Gene.
Gene, GENES, genes. Certain genes can affect our biological clocks. Jet lag or shift work causes changes in the light dark cycle. Light from electronic devices at night can confuse our biological clocks. These changes can cause sleep disorders and may lead to other chronic health conditions such as obesity, diabetes, depression, bipolar disorder, and seasonal affective disorder. Oh yeah, here's a picture right here. So that's the picture of whatever that is. Circadian rhythm neurons in the fruit fly brain. Oh, that's the brain. Credit Matthew KV and Justin Blau, New York University. Somebody from New York University had discovered it. So that's the brain here, inside here. And over here, this is the melatonin sign piece right here. See that? This is what it has right over here. So in this part here, it says melatonin is a hormone that makes you sleepy. That's the one. Okay? And then next, so circadian rhythms on their sleep patterns, the SCN controls the production of melatonin, a hormone that makes you sleepy. It receives information about incoming light from the optic nerves, which relay information from the eyes to the brain. When there is less light, for example, at night, the SCN tells the brain to make more melatonin so you get drowsy. Nobel Prize. In 2017, researchers Jeffrey C. Hall, Michael Rosbash, and Michael W. Young won the prestigious Nobel Prize for their circadian rhythms research by studying fruit flies, which have a very similar genetic makeup to humans. They isolated a gene that helps control the body's clock. The scientists showed that the gene produces a protein that builds up in cells overnight, then breaks down during the day. This process can affect when you sleep, how sharply your brain functions, and more. All three researchers were funded by NIGMS when these major discoveries were made. What are biological clocks? Biological clocks are organisms, natural timing devices regulating the cycle of circadian rhythms. They're composed of specific molecules, proteins that interact with cells throughout the body. Nearly every tissue and organ contains biological clocks. Researchers have identified similar genes in people, fruit flies, mice, plants, fungi, and several other organisms that make the clock's molecular components. What is the master clock? A master clock in the brain coordinates all the biological clocks in a living thing, keeping the clocks in sync. In vertebrate animals, including humans, the master clock is a group of about 20,000 nerve cells, neurons, that form a structure called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. The SCN is in a part of the brain called the hypothalamus. Let me see if I'm pronouncing it the right way. Let's see.
Hypothalamus.
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 Hypothalamus. That's how you pronounce it. Hypothalamus. Hypothalamus, and receives direct input from the eyes. That's how you say it, folks. Does the body make and keep its own circadian rhythms? Yes. Natural factors in your body produce circadian rhythms. For humans, some of the most important genes in this process are the period and cryptochrome. All right, here we go. Wow, no audio. Okay. I guess you say cryptochrome. CRYPTOCHROME. Genes. These genes code for proteins that build up in the cell's nucleus at night and lessen during the day. Studies in fruit flies suggest that these proteins help activate feelings of wakefulness, alertness, and sleepiness. However, signals from the environment also affect circadian rhythms. For instance, exposure to light at a different time of day can reset when the body turns on period and cryptochrome genes. And then, got one of those pictures here. See that here? Got this picture here. That picture here. So here. So over here, look. This talks about the day and the night that goes around like a clock. Here, see? And over here, I'm gonna tell you what this one says here. So in that part, it says, getting sleepy, melatonin. The sleep hormone rises about an hour later in teens than adults. The blue light from electronic devices can suppress melatonin, disrupting your sleep. Now over here, this is 12 o'clock. 11 p.m. over here. Over here, this is 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. So over here on the bottom, the red one is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And over here, the orange part here says 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So that's what it is. Okay, and so on this part here, I'll tell you what it says. The big dip. The big dip is your energy is at its lowest depending on your internal clock. You might not feel fully awake until 9 a.m. or even 10 a.m. Okay? And over here, the bottom part here, it says, energy up, your body temperature rises throughout the morning, so your alertness and sharpness increase. And all right, here we go. I'm gonna read this part here for you. Okay, here we go. Afternoon slump. You feel blah, and you might crave a snack in your adult years. You'll see this energy dip earlier from 1 to 3 p.m. Circadian rhythm cycle of a typical teenager. That's the one. All right, so now I'm going to pronounce that word here. I have no idea how can I pronounce that word here. You know, it has no audio. Oh, here it is. Okay. It says suprachiasmatic a suprachiasmatic nucleus. A suprachiasmatic nucleus. So that's the over here. That's the part of the brain here. You see the little orange part right here? That's called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. Suprachiasmatic nucleus, right in the middle of the brain here. And the other word here in the middle of it is the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. So that's the middle part right here in that person's brain. So and over here, in that part here, says your brain's master clock, or SCN, receives light cues from the environment. The master clock coordinates biological clocks from received light. That's the one, folks, okay? All right, folks, I'm going to move on to the next video, so stick around.